Hi, my name is Robin.
I'm Tammy.
And I'm Bridget. Welcome to Life Lessons Unfiltered. Today's topic is, have you ever been a side chick? Guys, this is going to be hilarious because I don't think anyone ever talks about this. Have you ever been a side chick? Wait a minute now. There's some rules that come with this because some side chick know the rules to the game that nobody talks about, right? So if you've been a side chick, how long did it last? Were there any terms to the relationship? And if it ended, why? Why did it end? Because I do believe some side chicks move on to be the housewife, I believe, I think. Yeah, from side chick to housewife, I'm not sure. But first, let's talk about this. Let's talk about, have you ever been a side chick? And some side chicks don't know they're a side chick.
So that's the question.
No.
Have you been a side chick and knew about it?
Oh, have you been a side chick and didn't know you were a side chick? We got too many questions, but we're going to talk about it because we want to welcome you into the conversation. Because we're going to talk about things that nobody really talks about. Okay, so let's start with you, Robin. Tammy, do you know anyone, because I'm never going to ask y'all, because I know we've never been nobody's side chick.
I have, but I was younger. I was younger. Don't put on your glasses looking at me like that. I feel like that was grandma look. What?
What you say?
I mean, I had when I was younger, probably in my early 20s, maybe 19, 20s, somewhere like that. But
the question is, did you know?
Yes, I know.
How long did it last? We got questions.
It probably lasted for about a couple of years, but it was nothing that I really wasn't serious about it because I knew he had somebody, so I was still seeing other people because, you know, I can't be held down by you and you got a whole wife at home. So, you know, and yes, there were some rules to this. When you buy her one, you best to buy two because I need one too. So that was the rules.
This is interesting.
And I think, you know, I pretty much got tired of you trying to keep me like under your thumb when you really had no rights to do that because you got somebody at home.
Because the thing is that side chicks, the term side chicks doesn't come with a set of rules. So I think...
Well, for some individuals, they come with a set of rules.
Well, I guess he was making the rules.
Yeah.
I guess
some people set out with intentions to be the side chick because they don't really want a relationship.
Commitment.
Right.
They want the physicality of it.
That wasn't mine.
And the possibility of being gifted, you know, taken care of. But I think there are some terms.
I personally think it's so unfortunate that's actually even a thing. But since it's a thing, because it actually happens always, you know, I guess there's a whole nother subject on what makes a side chick, because that side chick could actually be the main one, because wife at home may not be doing her job.
Well, wife at home could also be doing her job, but there is something
Missing?
Probably missing that he's getting from the side chick. You know what I mean? So then it just makes for uniformity in the home when he goes home because he's getting some kind of level of comfort with the side chick.
Is that an excuse for his ass?
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I've heard men say that. I've heard men.
Well, I've heard people say that too, but I think it is the excitement of the whole thing. You know, doing something you ain't supposed to do.
And getting away with it.
I think for the cheat term.
The guy?
Because I don't want to say guy because it could be a girl too.
You know what?
Right.
I think because a chick is a term for a woman. But I guess we could call it side piece because there's some men that sign up. There's some men that sign up to be a side piece.
Side John.
A side
You know
chick.
that
So
word.
if we could give it a uniform terminology, would it be like a side
Person.
piece?
That sounds like a piece of art.
An appetizer? Is that an appetizer?
might
So,
be the
because
word
here's what I'm
I'm
asking. Because here's what I'm thinking, right? I know someone that is not resolved to be having a side person, but they want to stay married and be married, but it's so unfulfilled in their relationship. They are drawn into the outside sources of how can I make myself, satisfied in
Is it a man or a woman that you're speaking
I'm
of?
speaking of a man.
Okay.
And that person has really disclosed to me, because I really put my 10 thumbs down. I got 2, but I put 10 thumbs down on the idea, and I asked the question, well, why don't you just leave and just go with that person? And I found out there was some kind of rule, 80-20 rule. I'm getting this here, I'm getting that there. So I found...
I didn't know they had rules to the game.
Yeah, because if you figure that you want 100%, because if you want 100% of whatever you're feeling unfulfilled by, do you discuss that with your person? Or do you just resolve that I'm not going to get that, so I got to get that from outside sources? So this person shared with me, which I didn't agree, but I understood it, that they had a side person always because they want...
Always, wow. Yeah, I hear you.
Lifetime. It was a lifetime of always. 30 years I'm talking about. Plenty times I said,
Her
hey,
whole accent came out.
listen, a whole 10 times. I said, but what's the point? He said, nah, because this person at home do everything, they cook, clean, everything. But when coming to be, they don't do the I'm like, well, what's that? Why can't you just train that person? But if that person is not like that, do you go unfulfilled? That's a whole nother topic. Do you go unfulfilled in that marriage continuously? Or do you just, add the side appetizer on the side and now you fill? I just never understood it. So I think it's important that we talk about it, And I know side piece sounds like it's a fun thing, but...
No, it doesn't.
It's fun because I got a side piece. I've been come up every time somebody talk about a side piece, they think it's something fun on the side, but it really creates a havoc in your life because a side piece doesn't come with rules.
It might start off
So,
as fun, but then
it doesn't last
becomes
long.
emotional for perhaps the female. More often
Most
than not,
often
is for the female versus
That's
the
true.
male.
I don't even know where
The male, I should say.
to give my opinion from Tammy at 20 or Tammy at this age now, because my perspective has totally changed.
Yeah.
Right.
From back then, I don't know the type of, you know what I mean? I don't know his wife, all I know is when you bust about it, that was it. I don't, there was no love, it was all a game for me back then. But talking about it now that I'm married, it's a whole different ball game. Because my thing now would be like, well, we almost going down the hill now. We're 60, like when this shit gonna stop?
Whoa!
Right. So how long you gonna have a side piece?
Some 60-year-olds got side pieces, the wings, the tie.
Yeah, so it brings up a whole different set of questions depending on your age, I think. You know what I mean?
True.
But I'm sure, even back then, if I was the wife, I probably wouldn't have liked it very much, but I had no thought, or I put no thought into how she would feel, because I didn't know.
Because there are terms. This person might be in an important role in life. They might be in politics. They might be CEO of somewhere, and there comes rule. But as women, and if you talk about side chicks, we want more as this side, because...
No, there's side boys too.
Side boys.
I don't want to call them boys, but there's
Side guys.
Yes.
I'm trying
Definitely
to think of the
there's
phrase
side
that I
guys.
heard. I'm trying to think of that phrase I heard.
But there's definitely side guys out here too.
But there are some guys that are willing to be side
taken care of.
Do you know any guys that been wanting to be a side person?
I don't know anybody personally.
That'd be
That I
interesting.
can say, but there are men out there that are, because consider it this way. What if there's a married couple?
Uh-huh.
It's not an open relationship. There's a married couple.
No, we didn't.
Husband cheats with a woman. This married woman cheats with a husband, and they could, you know what I mean? So, I guess I'm not making sense. So what if there is this one couple, then there's another couple, and these two people are in a marriage, and they happen to meet, and then these two people connect. So he's a side.
That sounds like swinging.
They both,
but they're not swinging because they're
not doing it together.
So
Right.
it's not
They both
swinging
cheating on each other.
Right.
Part-time
But
swingers.
together.
Part-time swingers.
I don't know.
That's
You know,
another
at
topic,
this age,
too.
I'm of the mind, if you want to cheat, just go watch business.
Facts.
I'm
That's
okay.
true, but that's true, but most
I'm
people are not going to do
okay
that.
dying.
No, because by myself.
But most people are not going to do that.
That's true,
Because
They're
because
it's
not going to
stressful.
separate.
It's
They're
just
not going to
stressful.
separate because it's something in the marriage that they want to sustain.
how about, it's not even in the marriage. The foundation of the marriage could be the business. It could be that person might be in politics or a big place where we don't need any interruption, but
But
to
at
keep
what
it the
cost?
same.
I mean, is your peace?
No one's thinking
and-
about the cause, because when we want to be fulfilled, you're thinking, it's like the same like our last topic when we were talking about being hungry. If you want to be fulfilled, is you're trying to figure out a way how not to disrupt or, ruffle any feathers and still get what you want. I guess that's the only way a side person comes into place. So have you ever been a side chick? It just really sounds defeating, and because it doesn't last long. There's some
There could be some longevity too.
Yes, that's
we've actually heard.
There could be some longevity to being the side person.
That's true.
It doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be the side person for 2 weeks, a month. Sometimes it's over a year, over 5 years, over 10 years.
But how long can you be happy not seeing him on Christmas?
What kind of?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said,
But there are people out there that deal with it.
So here's
Well,
what.
yeah.
So here's what I learned.
Because it's 365 days of the year.
Right.
So I can give up Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Right, because he might be spending so much time with you, and of course on those particular holidays you're going to feel a certain kind of way because he's not there on those days, but because he's with his mate, his wife, or his mate, or she's with her mate or her
side chick
husband.
feeling slighted.
Right, but the side person is going
Side
to
person.
feel slightly slighted during those times because there's a habit of her being or him being with being together throughout the course of the week. So there are some repercussions, there are some pros to it and some cons to it.
For the side people out there, I don't know.
And sometimes it's like, what are you going in when you get involved with this person? What are your intentions? What are you looking for from that person? So that could,
Well, I think it depends on what stage of life you're at.
That's true.
If you ain't got shit going on,
then you might be all right with it.
then you may be
And then
okay.
if you're a young girl or a young man doing it at a tender age, then you're in it for the fun. Because I can recall,
Right.
like when I was a
Correct.
lot younger and I met up with a guy, I just happened to be at a place, where we were having a good time, and he said hi, I said hi, and the next thing we were saying hello. And it worked because we would hang out and we would just have fun together. It was more about just having that fun together.
Right.
Right.
Because you were at a place where you were looking for a relationship. So I think it, like I said, it depends on what stage of life you're in. I don't think at this age you want to be a side piece.
I was just going to say that. That was so correct. Because when you're younger, do you really care that this person has a family? I got
You
stuff
got
to
2 or
do.
3 of them like him or better than him.
Right,
That's
and
stuff
you're just
to do.
out having fun.
I'm having fun. But when you get, what would be the limit? I mean, there's no limit as in timeline. It gets where you are mentally in your life. when you are sign up to be less than? Because to me, a side person is less than. Yeah,
I wouldn't say that.
not less than.
Well, they're
less,
second.
less,
They're
but
second.
Second, but it's,
That's less than.
Well, less than.
well, less than
One is
first,
one, and
but
two is second.
So for all
but
the
it's
questions,
not, to me, it's not less than. I wouldn't classify
Not
it
less
as
than.
less
You're not
than.
as important in
You're
his
not.
life.
so that's
So
less
you're
than.
less than.
You might be important.
You're not that
You're
important.
not the first.
You are important
Don't-
to him.
don't be
when
calling
his
me
wife
at 10
don't have
p.m.
nothing planned.
Don't call me a
Okay. So let's get it straight. Don't be under no delusions. You are second. And that means that if his wife has something planned, you're second.
In this particular incident, in this particular case, as you get older, you look at things a little differently. Yeah.
And that would be interesting because I would like to hear from the guys. That's what's the opposite of chicks?
Dicks.
Not the dicks.
Well.
Oh!
It
So if you guys,
rhymes.
if
You
you
know what
guys,
I mean?
so to the side chicks and the side dicks, if you sound to be a side dick, I would love to hear from you because I want to know. I want to know how you show up to be the side dick. Like, for real.
Well, you know, I mean, I think when you are a man in the same situation, I look at you like
That's different.
that's ugly because
Well, why
what
do you
you
think
got
it's
going on. I mean, because what you have going on
A side dick.
that you ain't got going on for yourself, that you got to date this woman
An
and
extra
somebody
dick.
else.
Extra
Yeah,
side
but why
dick.
is it, you know, Bridget said it was different. What's the difference? They're both doing the same thing, you know, cheating, not
Well, it's a
not being
difference.
loyal to their mate.
Well, I mean, in the whole census thing, yes, but I mean, you still selling yourself short as a man.
Well, as a woman is selling herself short too for it.
Yeah, well, that's true. I told you the heifer was second. She's second, and
But you know,
so is he.
I think society is more
Acceptable.
acceptable of a side
Chick.
chick than a side.
No, look at Oprah and Stedman. He been a side dick
Is he
for
a
a
side dick?
long time.
How is he a side? Who's the
He
main
is
person?
because she ain't never. She don't love him enough to.
So what? Okay, so who's the main person?
Well, we can't say.
Did he?
These
Best
two.
friend.
These two gonna go in time out. Oh, I caught that. A lot of
That's
side-
all I'm
the
saying.
chicks
I don't
and-
know. I think when a man do it, it's something
Different about it.
It's different.
It's
in the
lower
sense
about
that-
it.
Cause
It's like-
cause women most of the time would do it based on what they can get. So what
Material
are you
things,
right?
material things.
So what you man
What are you
is
trying to get?
What are you trying to get?
What if she's a cougar and he's a younger man?
What is she?
I don't know what it is. I'm
Again,
interested.
what is he
No,
trying
no.
to get?
But I'm interested. Well,
The
where they
couple.
at? Let's talk to our people. Listen, do you know guys who signed up to be a side dick? We want to talk to you because we already know what the side chick coming with. She gonna be that girl in the
They
side
probably gonna
chick.
say, "Oh, I didn't know she was married."
You know,
Okay, but when
she
you
want to
find
get
out,
her groove
the
on.
decision is still yours, even when you find out. Because you know, a lot of people use that excuse. Oh, I didn't know they was married. They didn't tell me until months later, weeks
And
later.
I was
But
already
you still-
emotionally attached
right. But the thing is, you still have a choice at that point when you found out.
out to get
But
out.
when you're a man, you don't have the same reasoning. So
No,
if you
because
sign
you're being led by
Because what
something
you
else.
saying? Because as a man, he's all about the.
Yeah.
That's
trying to
why
get-
I need to know the side dicks. Oh, the streets got to talk to me.
Put your comments
No,
in.
listen. If you know any man that was a side dick or signed up to be a side dick, I am curious to find out his reasons. Hold on, let me find my questions. Wait a minute, guys. Side dick. Side dick. I want to know if it lasts. How long? How long did it last? Why did it end? And what's the terms this cougar chick had you by the
I think
By
it ended for
string.
me because I just got bored. You know, that happens easily for Aries, though. You know.
She won't blame it on her zodiac sign. She won't blame it.
She probably wanted to co-sign.
I'm just saying. That's like co-sign over co-sign. I'm just saying. You know, I mean, you get bored after a while. It's
Well, we
like,
get
okay.
bored quickly.
We do.
Aries, I got
Or
bored.
restless. Yeah, like, okay. Same shit. But
I'm blaming on my zodiac sign. I'm a Libra. What's the one that has the scales?
A Libra.
I'm a Libra. The scale wasn't balanced, you know. I need a dick and a chick. I'm sorry. Dick. I don't understand
She
it.
needs some balance.
I need some balance.
you need some better.
I hope that we never have to have that as a conversation, but we'll be naive to think that that's not happening. So we really want to have relationships that are wholesome. That's what we're really all about. But we got to talk about what they're not talking about, which is...
Well, I'm just going to ask these
Okay.
questions. So, you know, not that I thought about this when I was 19, 20, 21. But, I mean, should the side chick put any thought into, or the side dick, did they put any thought into the person's mate? Are they hurting them? Are they...
No, because I believe that's already disrupted. If there's any entry door for a side person, the house is already on fire.
Damn, you said there will be a tower moment. Okay. What you think, Rob?
You think the house is already in ruin?
Yeah, because if there's any opening, because if you're in a solid, wholesome relationship...
But that's only if you believe that people actually cheat because they don't love their wives or
Not
husbands.
that part, because they're satisfied. If I'm being your side chick in the house, I could be multiple side chicks. I'll put on
Well,
different...
she may not be being a side chick in the house.
No, I mean, and you know what? That don't. And I honestly believe.
I don't think in every incident it's a bad marriage or something
I
bad is
agree.
going on. It could have been a bad incident or a bad occurrence in the home at the time, and so somebody caught this person's attention. So, and this female probably gave him a level of comfort where he was at ease, and one thing escalated to another, and then they continued the relationship, unfortunately. But I'm not going to say it was a bunch of turmoil in the house if he's looking for a side chick or a side piece.
And I agree with that. And I also think that sometimes, you know, it's a lot. Your husband doing well. He driving that fancy car. There's a lot of chicks throwing at him. And men don't have the same, I don't want to say values, but they don't think like women.
Sometimes their self-control is not as high
as a woman would be. Because we can be like, no.
And they think,
you know what I mean? But
they think I'm
I
just
can
hit it and quit it. It's
quit.
just some sex for me. They don't
Right.
do nothing else.
And before you know, she calling your fucking phone 20 times.
Because you
Sorry.
because you done did that damn thing.
Yeah. Oh, this is what that happened to get that home.
Yeah.
And now she booked. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. But I'm
He didn't
just.
quit it. He didn't quit it.
So I don't know. I agree with Robin that
So
it don't necessarily have to be like crazy turmoil at home. It could just be like you was out at the club, things just happened to work there. God just put temptation in your face to see
And
if
you
you was
fell
going
for it.
and see if you was going to pass the test, and you
You
did.
fell for it.
Right. Now you got karma for the next 10 years.
20 years. Because seriously, if the person it's like if you're not hungry and you're filled, if you walk past food, only if you're greedy, you want to eat more, don't it?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
So if you're fulfilled and satisfied, you can pass on it. Yes. But I do agree that temptation do show up in all spaces, and it could be anywhere. I mean, look at Lewinsky.
Oh.
I'm just thinking.
Okay, she
Mr.
said
President, Mr. President. You in the White House, girlfriend.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
a
this is
person,
true.
but-
I mean, but it shows up in every
Everywhere.
situation.
But
And
hopefully the man is strong enough or filled enough or
Most of the time they're
satisfied
not.
enough. But they need to be satisfied. You gotta satisfy them.
They,
You
but
gotta
most-
satisfy
and I
that
don't
man.
think sometimes it don't have anything to do with
I
sex.
think greed.
It was just greed.
Right.
That's the thing. That's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, sometimes it's just about the physicality of the
No, it's greedy.
individual.
It's greedy.
Okay.
Greed.
Right,
Gucci
but
greed.
I mean,
It's greedy.
but it's lacking
Yeah.
self-control and
Because
it's
if you-
lacking maturity.
Because if your woman,
Well, no, because you can have a 70-year-old and he's still doing the same
But
stuff.
age is not mature.
Well, this is true too. But how long it takes somebody to be
but
mature?
listen, how
Because
about
I mean, some of them, look, I hate to keep bringing, nah, go ahead.
she about to not reveal herself on this?
No, I'm just looking at TV.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I mean? He
Oh my
was,
God.
he
She
was
said-
supposed to be in the church. How you let temptation get you? You know the devil is alive every day.
He's a temptation? He had a temptation?
Did he know, did he?
Oh,
Oh, I didn't mean to say that because I don't know that to be true.
oh, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But I'm just saying. And he couldn't pass up temptation. Like, when does it stop?
But then we don't know, we don't know,
Actually
we don't know, we don't know if that happened.
Yeah, we said allegedly.
That was.
And let's talk about something that actually happened.
Okay.
Tiger Woods, his wife looked like all the women he had at side pieces. He had many side pieces. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And all of them looked alike.
So he really wanted his wife.
Did he get that hood girl too though?
No, I think
never know. I never been into his life like
no.
that.
I think when I saw what came out
Or
of the
somebody
stuff,
like a Holly Berry.
oh.
And her mates cheated on her too, right?
Right.
No,
and
but
she-
he claimed to have an addiction.
But that's true. That's a good.
He
point.
said he was addicted.
Because I don't think looks have nothing to do with it.
It lies within the individual.
It
That's true.
does,
The
it
one that
does,
decides
it
that they want to
does.
step
Because he
outside.
And I really don't think that, you know, it has anything to do with how good your marriage is. I think it's all temptation.
Something of a newness.
It's about the individual.
It's
What
about-
the individual
and
decides or
temptation.
desires and say, this is what I want, so I'm going to pursue until I get it.
So is it a situation that the side chick come into play because there's a level of newness?
Oh, absolutely.
That's scary. Mm.
No, that
Yeah.
means you got to get a new man every month.
That means
That's
something.
what
No, because
so I can imagine why you would be a little
if you're already
scared.
hot, Halle Berry hot, what's her name? Beyonce hot, and they could go through those situations.
No, she had what? What's her name? Becky with the good hair. That didn't come out of nowhere.
I'm saying like because there's hot women making money and that couldn't preserve your relationship, then it has nothing to do with your looks or your money.
No,
Is it the
it's
fact that and beyond
temptation.
greed, the temptation of something newness? That's scary. I prefer to be a nun. I'm about to join a Catholic church.
Hell
Girl,
no.
I dare not.
You know, I think I just how y'all get bored.
You don't know what you might encounter.
This is
I'm not going
hilarious.
to talk
This is
about anybody's
interesting.
religion, but
I know, it's interesting.
Okay,
But it's just
so-
like, you know, these are, I'm telling you, we're going to continuously talk about the topics that no one actually talks about because it's like a secret underworld or an unknown conversation, a space that has no rules.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Happens every day, all day. Nobody talks about it. The Marilyn Monroes of this life. You know, Mr. President.
What's your outro?
It's like,
say it again.
The White House ain't even.
listen, we're just having fun talking about unfiltered topics here at Life Lessons Unfiltered. So if you know someone that's been a side chick or a side dick, I like that, a side dick, we can talk about what makes that a thing, and it's always going to be a thing for life, I suppose. But if you want to have a wholesome relationship, which is going to be a whole nother topic, like what do you need to be satisfied in your relationship that you don't have side dicks and side chicks or something like that. But if you've ever been a side chick and you have had a relationship and not, you know, fulfilled, let's talk about it because, you know, it's a thing, and we go through these parts in life where you diminish yourself to being somebody's side piece, and you just want to be the main character, the main cause. And when you're the main course, you got to worry about other side pieces because you were the side piece.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like and subscribe and put your comments in the section below.
We're gonna keep talking about it, and if you have questions, you're gonna email, Gmail, B-mail us.
And wait. I would just say to you little side chicks and side dicks.
Don't mess with them.
No, actually, I want to talk about the mates, the husband and the wives who's cheating.
Okay.
Just think about your choices.
Yes.
That's all I have to say, because you're gonna, if your wife or husband find out, it's gonna be a very sad situation, and you're gonna take some steps back in your relationship. With that, I say, okay. So with all of that being said, thank you for joining us for another episode of Life Lessons Unfiltered, and we will catch you next time. Peace.
Bye.